Hello, everybody. This is lesson number 38, and it's called Crush. And it's about dealing with opponents. And there's some interesting things about fighting, wrestling, competition, sports, business. And I call this lesson Crush. You need to be able to crush your opponent with as little conflict as if you would erase a stray pencil mark. A lot of people don't have that idea. I used to, for 30 years I've been coaching wrestling and football, and I used to say to my athletes, I'll kill a bear with an elephant gun only if I can't find a bazooka. Your opponent can never be too dead. If you think 100 push-ups are good enough and he's doing 100, you do 200. You prepare more than him. You need to be able to crush him. You cannot just plan to win. You have to go overboard. And this is a mindset there's two things in this topic, crush. You need to be able to really crush your opponent, and that just doesn't mean win. That just doesn't mean fold them up. That means crush them. That is to absolutely crush and devastate your opponent. I think in the military now they call it shock and awe, where you've just completely overwhelmed them. You're not 2-1, you're not 3-1 or 5-1, you're 10-1. It's just complete crushing your enemy. A friend of mine says, train hard, fight easy. The idea that you just crush someone because you're that much better prepared than them. But it's also, and I'll cover that in a different topic, but it's also that you have the mindset to crush your opponent. I saw written on a wall once, it said pride, P-R-I-D-E. It said prevent, rule, intimidate, destroy, enjoy. And the idea was you don't even let them get the first move. That's a big thing in when I coach wrestling. A lot of times people have a wrong mindset, or are fighting. People in basketball, they may say, okay, I shot my basket, now you get the ball. Or in football, okay, we made a touchdown, now you get the ball. In a real fight, you don't give them their turn. I got the basket, now I get the basket again. I get the ball again. So you'll see people, they'll throw a jab, and they almost wait for the next guy to do something. It's not like they can take his turn. And you got to get that out of your mind. You crush someone. You jab, then you cross, then you hook, then you elbow, then you grab the head and knee him. And you got 6 moves. The old-time greats, like Ray Robinson, he'd throw 5-6 punches at once. It wasn't like he threw a punch and then waited for the other guy to return a punch because he was fair and waiting his turn. He was crushing people. When he killed a guy in the ring, one of the investigators said, did you have him in trouble? Did you know you had him in trouble? And he said, I'm the getting in people in trouble business. I'm in the get people in trouble business. That's what I do. And so this is an idea that, people are, you have to have that idea to crush your opponent. You must just consider yourself absolutely strong and him absolutely weak and go crush him. That's what this is about. It's a real simple lesson, but it's a different mindset. And when I was fighting, a lot of times I didn't necessarily want to crush my opponent. I might have respected him. I might have liked him. I knew him. I didn't really want to go out and crush him. My son now has a great mindset. He loves to go to wrestling tournaments. He loves to see everybody. He talks. He visits people. He'll work the scoring tables. He'll go hit the people with the noodles and refs. He loves to play around. He likes to see what's the concession stands to eat. And then, boom, he steps out on the mat. He's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He crushes whoever he's in front of. He's 10 years old, and he absolutely crushes them. And then he comes back, and he's in the stands. He's in my lap. He's in my mom's lap. I kiss him on the head. He's 10 years old, big 10-year-old boy, and he's acting just like he's having a good time. But he is, he has that mindset. He absolutely crushes people when it's appropriate, and he does the extra work to crush them. He wants to crush them, but he doesn't carry it with him all the time. But he's the nicest guy you'd ever want to meet. So this lesson, 38, crush is it's kind of this lesson is subtle. It's very subtle, and I hope someone gets it. But if you're in any competition, business, sports, football, wrestling, cage fighting, boxing, whatever, the idea just to crush your opponent. You don't want it to be fair. If you find yourself in a fair fight, you've done something wrong. You need to just go out and crush your opponent. Think about this, and I hope this helps somebody. Thanks a lot. Bye.